I'm going to answer these questions in regards to the self-esteem video. Question number one was, how do you feel about your overall self-esteem and self-worth? I feel like I have a relatively high self-esteem and a somewhat high self-worth. With both of these, though, I thought that a lot of the positive things that she went over and that I kind of looked up did apply to me, but at the same time, there were ones that were definitely on the opposite end, right? Like, I feel like I have a very good sense of my own capabilities and can accept personal responsibility very well, but I also feel like I have a definite need for external validation. Um, and while I can do without it, it's always been important to me that people like me for who I am myself and who I am to them. And while I do have insecurities, I love who I am. I like how I act and I like what I see in the mirror when I wake up in the morning. So iffy on both. What do you think has contributed to your level of self-esteem and self-worth? I can assume they were factors in my childhood. Um, I had a lot of siblings growing up, so I often compared myself to my older ones, and uh, I think I craved a lot of my parents' attention. But at the same time, I know I was constantly aware that I was loved and reassured of that. COVID was also probably a pretty big impact on that. I know my headspace, my mindset changed drastically over that like year and a half. Do you have a desire to improve your self-esteem and self-worth? For sure. If there's anything left that I can try, I'll try it. I think it'd be awesome to live in a world where I don't doubt myself, where my sense of self and my sense of, or I guess my real self were at like a similar level and kind of put away those inhibitions and those insecurities and just be my true, genuine self. Uh, what do you think about the speaker's recommendations to improve your self-worth? Did she say anything else that resonated with you? I liked your recommendations. I think the second one was the one I thought most best applied to me, or was the one that resonated with me most. I think if I could put away the fear of what other people might think of me, I could live a much better life. Do you believe that you are someone who is worthy to be heard when you speak? I remember really thinking about this question. I often want to say or do something, and I will just act on that desire. But more and more, I find myself catching myself before I do something that I might regret, or that other people might not like. Um, I'm sure there's something to unpack there, but I've never wanted to be a bad thing for someone. I think I'm worthy to be heard, but I'm not sure if I truly believe that deep down. Does that make sense? But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I liked the video a lot. It was very enjoyable. I liked hearing what you had to say. And I think it did help to change my mindset a little bit.